Good morning from day 62 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Right now we've been walking for about 3 miles, and we're walking to a big creek called Evolution Creek. And this is the biggest creek crossing that we've had so far on the Pacific Crest Trail. So we're a little trepidatious and eager at the same time to see what it looks like. I read on the map that on high snow years, it can be as deep as chest deep on an average size hiker. So about waist deep for me and over Lindsay's head. But it's a low snow year, so we're gonna see what it looks like. I always try to stay completely dry when crossing creeks, but by the sound of it, this might not be possible. But I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. Well, this can't be it. All right, I think this is it. Okay. This doesn't look that crazy. Okay, I'm ready. I decided to go barefoot. Lindsay said she's just hiking her jaunts up. So we'll see. Barefoot was a bad choice. That I didn't have to cross there. Well, it wasn't the deepest or the strongest current of a river crossing that we've ever had to do, but I think I'd say it was probably the coldest. It's been about 20 minutes and I still can't feel all my toes. But it's been about a month since I felt either of my big toes. So I'm sure it'll come back soon. Lindsay, who do you think of when you see waterfalls?
Who do I think of?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom.
Hello from the top of Selden Pass at almost 11,000 feet. This is our smallest pass that we've done to date, but it's still high altitude. I'm still a little short of breath on the hike up, and it's still pretty spectacular. The other day I was hiking up Pinchot Pass, or Pinchot Pass if you're French, and I came up the south side, and right as I got to the top, this French dude came up the other side, so we were like walking towards each other, and he looked at me and he said, "Oh, we made it to the top of the pass." So that's what I've been saying when I get to the top. We made it to the top of the pass.
I think that's a good tent site.
You think that's a good tent site? I don't know. Good morning from day 63 on the Pacific Crest Trail. And this is what we have been greeted with about 3 miles into our hike this morning. Apparently it's called Bear Creek. We had no idea it was coming, but I don't see a way to cross. And it looks pretty rocky. I don't know if I'm going to be able to barefoot this one. So I might have to get the shoes wet. So, kind of a bummer for the morning. Lindsay's about to hit it. She looks like Survivor, man. Is it cold? She can't hear me. It's too focused. Okay, the dogs are still in their cages for Bear Creek. I'm getting ready to cross. I got the dogs in the cages. I took out my Dr. Scholl's insoles and my socks, so just to keep most things dry. And just in case you're ever going to cross a creek with a good flow, you want to keep your backpack unbuckled. That way, if you slip and fall, your backpack doesn't drag you downstream. All right, time to toss it over to the Lindsay cam.
Nice.
It may not look like much, but it's honest work. It's a strong current.
Yeah.
It may not look like much, but it's honest work. It doesn't look like much, but it's a strong current. But we made it across Bear Creek, and we'll see you later. Bear Creek. See you later. Good evening from day 63 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Pretty largely uneventful day today. We had Bear Creek crossing this morning. We had a bridge river crossing just a minute ago, if you can hear it in the background. We're starting our ascent up Silver Pass. So in this section, the High Sierras, it's mostly been a lot of different mountain passes. The trail kind of cuts through like valleys and skirts around the sides of mountains. And we've had no cell service. We're really out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so we did Forester Pass, Kearsarge Pass, Glen Pass, Mather Pass, Muir Pass, Pinchot Pass. Yesterday we did Selden Pass. And then today we're starting our ascent up Silver Pass. Basically, this is going to be our last pass in this High Sierra range. And then once we get over this, it's like a cruise 18 miles down to Mammoth Lakes, which is our next town. Lindsay and I are both pretty exhausted. It's been like, I don't even know, like it'll be like 120 miles in this stretch over all these passes that are just high altitude and difficult. So we're excited to get in over Silver Pass. Good morning from day 63 on the Pacific Crest Trail. We are finding ourselves this morning still on the climb up Silver Pass, the last pass that we have to get through in this first stretch of the High Sierra section. Last night, we began our climb around 5 o'clock, and it became kind of a comedy of errors. It's about a 6.5 mile climb from the base to the top of Silver Pass, and we had only planned to do about 2 miles, but when we got to the 2 mile part, there were no campsites, so we had to keep walking. And then there were 2 more campsites after that, where we were planning on going, and then when we got there, there were no tent sites, and the app that we used was lying to us, which doesn't usually happen. So we ended up making it about 5 miles up this climb last night. So we only have 1.3 to the top of the pass. It was a pretty decent night. The hike was a little tough up, especially because we weren't expecting it. But we made it. And we found this little nice tent spot. Right here is where I made the tent. We got this cool view. Last night was pretty. The sun was kind of going down already before we got to camp, and then we're heading up there, and then we'll probably round the bend and see the pass, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. We made it to the top of the pass, to the top of Silver Pass, and we've completed the 7 main passes of the High Sierras: Forester, Glen, Pinchot, Mather, Muir, Selden, and Silver. This is our view south, and here's the trail, and that's north. So somewhere out there is a pizza and a bed and maybe a cold beer, if I'm lucky.